Determinism is often contrasted with free will.
Wow! Wow! Fire! I've got your X-Men 134!
Oh, not that will. Free will is the ability to choose between different possible courses of action without any restrictions. Arthur Schopenhauer, a German philosopher best known for his 1818 work The World as Will and Representation, characterizes the phenomenal world as the product of blind and insatiable metaphysical free will. According to him, human desire was futile, illogical, directionless, and by extension, so was all human action in the world. Einstein quoted his view originally expressed in the essay On the Freedom of Will that a man can do as he will, but not will as he will. A quote which also appears at the beginning of season 3 of Dark. According to Schopenhauer, free will is a blind force that controls not only the actions of individual, intelligent agents, but ultimately all observable phenomena. For Schopenhauer, human desire, willing, and craving causes all the suffering and pain in the world. Circling back to Dark, we can now analyze how determinism and free will explain the deeper meaning of Dark. In Dark, the characters time and again take decisions which at the point of taking them are perfectly rational. Yet all these decisions ensure the endless looping of their world. Ulrich tries to kill Helge, but instead sets him on the path which necessitated him trying to kill Helge in the first place. Jonas tries to stop his father Michael from killing himself by showing him the suicide note, but instead causes him to write the suicide note and kill himself. Claudia tries to spend time with her father Egon, knowing he is going to die later that day, but instead ends up accidentally killing him because of an argument. We see many examples of characters taking perfectly rational decisions through their free will throughout the show, but instead sustaining the loop and creating an endless recurrence, an endless loop of time through which there seem to be no exit. Now there is one more layer to add to this. Characters do seem to have a choice and free will in the Dark universe, but the thing is that because of who they are, they will always make the same choices. So there isn't an escape from the loop. These people's choices are shown to never change over time. But it's not because of the lack of free will. It's just because given the unique personality that they have, they will make a certain decision, and that will always happen as long as the events develop the same way as always. And everyone will always make the same decision every time given the people they are. The time loop as it is presented in Dark allows people to acquire experience but not to change their choices. Now that's the disturbing point. The characters may change, their perception of surrounding world changes, but their free will is imprisoned or frozen inside the loop and cannot change with them. For instance, in both the worlds, Erlich is shown to be a womanizer and commits adultery in marriage. In second world, he even cheats on the person for whom he cheated on his wife with. Similarly, Hannah is always shown to be a homewrecker in both worlds. Because the core of these characters never changes. It's who they are, and therefore whatever experience, whatever circumstances they may be in, they will always act according to their character's deepest desires, and therefore their actions are always predictable in whichever world they may be in. Free will therefore only seems to exist. Now let us throw another element in the form of time and time travel. Jonas 2 the Stranger, for example, has a younger self and an older self. The timeline, as far as we are aware, is the same singular timeline. Could Jonas 2 make the decision not to trap Jonas 1 in the bunker at the end of season 1? Sure, he's not forced to. But now that he's 33 years older and knows so much more, he wants to. Knowing that the events that led Jonas 1 to become Jonas 2 will lead to him going back into the passage to shut it down, the same way his older version wanted to 33 years prior, when Adam was the stranger and when the stranger was Jonas. There are not three Jonases, there is one Jonas at different points in life. Each instance of Jonas thinks they know what's best and they act in a way they choose to, but every time one version becomes the next, their motives and their desires and the knowledge of world has changed too, and they chose to do the same thing their older selves made in the previous cycle. With similar events occurring every 33 years, Dark proposes that destiny cannot be amended. And no matter how hard Jonas tries to change the future, his attempt only fits perfectly into the original timeline like an endless loop. Thus, people's choices are shown never to change over time, but it's not because of the lack of free will. It's because given the unique personality that they have, they will make certain decisions, and that will always happen as long as events develop the same way. And events will always develop in the same way because everyone will make the same decisions every time given the people they are, causing this to become a loop of eternal recurrence. And that was the video, guys. Thank you for sticking around till the very end. If you liked the video, please don't forget to hit the like button and let us know your theories and views in the comments below.